York, ain't the bitch. Looking like I caught a lick. Since they run up in that bitch. Since they run up in that bitch. Got some hitters in my clique. Looking like I caught a lick. Looking like I caught a lick. Look at me, look at me. They ain't let me before, now they booking me. The floor got bitches so shook of me. They the shit party be what you cooking be. The bitches got me on some new shit. Like when niggas got me feeling ruthless. Too much motherfuckers done doubted me. That's why I had to just prove it. I remember.
The Seahawks are now on the clock.
The fuck? Ooh. Hello? Hello?
Every year, a handful of prospects turn down their all-star
Is anyone there?
invites are always sent out. He's fortunate to have been one of those
My fellow Americans?
and he didn't take the opportunity for granted.
God damn. Somebody hear me.
All through practices every day.
God damn.
In the game to slowly creep up the NFL draft boards, and he's being taken here, which is much sooner than most experts predicted.
Oh, dude, go to. Hey, where you at, Poop? I see you in the park. Oh, yes. Let's see. Go to old time, dude. Me, you, and Poop, like we know the ones on. Dude, you at your fucking career.
The Steelers are now on the clock.
You in your career, dude. God damn, these niggas came back that bad. God damn, 3 for 9, 1 for 5, 1 for 5, 2 for 8, 0 for 4. That whole better stop tripping.
Looking like a coat of lick.
Splack 'em.
Hold on now. This pick is trading teams.
The Vikings are now on the clock.
picks in, let's go to Adam. Adam, what can you tell us about this guy?
Mid-season struggles look to have doomed his draft prospects as he put up lackluster numbers in several consecutive games. As a result of his consistent poor play, several scouts decided not to show up for his pro day. When word of this reached draft experts like Matt Miller, he began free-falling in several influential mock drafts. Scouts that decided to attend his pro day were treated to a show of sheer athleticism. They saw a player that looked like he had a chip on his shoulder, one scout even telling me that seeing the negative media attention may have been the wake-up call he needed to take his game to the next level. He now will have the opportunity to prove his doubters wrong in the NFL. Part of me wonders whether or not he'll play with the same passion and intensity once the doubters are silenced.
She fine.
So somebody like disputed their charge, their fair price, you know, at $19 strip that I had like that. Why they dispute their charge? So they drop their charge down to $11. So like I made $40 tonight, but they subtracted the $8 that they took. So I disputed that. I was like, because I guess they said that I didn't take the.
Now that the Jets have made their pick, let's go to Adam Schefter to hear more about him.
He was always a player who cared about academics, and that couldn't have been made any more clear when he decided to forego his senior season in order to take on more classes.
We ain't not skiing, dude.
Graduate before entering the NFL draft, and at the sacrifice of his final year of football eligibility,
We had some bullshit ass all the time.
scratching their heads. But guys like Matt Miller saw it as a smart move to stay injury-free and remove the distraction.
Just saying, dude.
Once he went pro, at least with the degree, he has a back.
You ain't got a problem when you do it.
Football thing doesn't work out for him. It's always great to see a running back win a Heisman. It's like a sign that the old ways, ground and pound, haven't completely vanished. He was a pure workhorse for the team and accounted for well over 60% of its total offensive production. Remove him from the team, and I strongly believe it would not finish at the top of its conference. And now he has a chance to carry the ball to the next level, and this team just got a gem of a player. We'll see if he becomes its primary ball carrier right from the start, forfeit incorporates him into a running back by committee system.
There's people here that I just met, but we're acting like we go back. It's 3 a.m., but we ain't done yet.
Poop, where you at, boo? What?
Make it last. Freedom running through us like an open. We're too high on being young and there's still to race. We've got the rest
That nigga Jew ass got on mad.
Yeah, I had to do this damn draft.
You ever seen your life, nigga? Quickest nigga you ever seen in your life, nigga. Nigga fresh like this, dude. No, he got a number with black friend.
Adam, what can you tell us about that last pick?
Well, there isn't much to say other than this kid was born to run. He's the spitting image of his father, a nationally ranked sprinter in several major events, and outperformed by every major college. Yet, unlike his dad, he chose to pursue a career in football, and so far that decision is paying off. He may not be gold medal fast, but he has the speed and quickness to cause some hits for the opposing team. He's the type of player you like to see out in the open field, and he can make moves a lot of other players can't. The coaches are going to love having his speed at their disposal.
Girl, if you don't stop all that shit.
Broke ass nigga. Who said white man can't jump, dude?
Pick's been made. Let's go to Adam Schefter to hear more about the play.
His role started out small early in the season, but evidently
Oh, 2K, God, let me take that out there.
this year. For Matt Miller, you could see his role increase with each week until eventually became a huge part of its rushing and passing game. They used him all over the field, making it a pain for defenses to put the right personnel to counter his size and athleticism. If I had to pick the total package in the past, it would have to be him. And I'm sure that's the same way this team felt.
Oh, I'm tripping.
Exactly what every GM like to described him as. His ability to play physical and to outwork his opposition off the line. areas of high praise on his journey to the draft. This skill set could be seen in numerous games this year where he completely shut down some of this draft's top-rated wide receivers. When you're tasked with neutralizing an opponent's #1 wideout each week, there's a great deal of responsibility to ensure you're not just physically ready, but also mentally ready. This is another important trait the GMs I spoke with mentioned to me that made them so excited about this guy. The hope is that he will quickly learn the playbook, get some solid reps in the preseason, and come week 1, ready to play.
Oh, Cardi B got this song with Offset called Lick. That hoe go home. Oh, they finna surprise that nigga that fucking with him.
The Bills are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The Texans are now on the clock. The Cowboys are now on the clock.
I see you and the old girl, you and Tay talking.
The Browns are now on the clock.
Hey, Airy Nation, man. This is what it is, man. Hey, man. No wonder they get a hot king like you kid. Hey, man. Man, I like this, man. That's how my daddy's birthday was today. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, tell me we anything. But in the hotel.
The Falcons are now on the clock.
You a little bitty bitch. You little bitty bitch. That nigga said, I don't know who y'all know to talk the road with.
Oh, he didn't know to do that for the girl.
The Chargers are now on the clock.
Used to be slipping on this shit. I'm a big starter, right? Oh, this is the time.
Come in. Oh, she had, she did have.
I was gonna close the door in your face. That's how you ask.
How do you ask for something?
But you know, yeah, I got really not but that's water. Oh, drink some water. Now look, she can go up with talking.
She don't seem to understand what she wants to do.
So you got line and sister like that.
So why do you say why you gotta do it? You wasn't listening? Were you listening?
The Seahawks are now on the clock. The Giants are now on the clock.
I tell her be quiet, so we gonna keep wide and shit, like a little bitty baby.
You know how to play by yourself. Your sister don't want to play with you. She don't have to play with you. Just like you don't be wanting to play with her sometimes. Okay? That ain't nothing to cry about. You
Nah, but we really got her whoop because when I look and move, but she got to get it. That's really. Good. Used to be sneaking on this shit. Yeah, it is. To the pools of North Carolina.
Wow, why you pulling so hard? And she was alright. You pulling hard. So that's all I do out of this. This girl back up. You know, it's not gonna be straight. I got no firm. That's all new growth. Pull it hard.
Let me take it by the young man.
You so rough. You pulling it.
Nah, my fault is nasty.
Why are you pulling it? It's not your fault. It's fine. Let me naturally.
You gonna cut it out?
The Vikings are now on the clock.
Looked around, seen his wife on the military all over the whole compound. Soon as he seen it, I swim it. I mean it, my man was going quicker than dominoes. He in jail. Everyone falling like dominoes. Y'all been killing it. Y'all been harder than pain, not a single assist. Y'all been flicking that wrist. Y'all been at it with this. Y'all been killing it. Y'all been harder than pain, not a single assist. Y'all been flicking that wrist. Y'all been at it with this. Y'all been killing that, killing that. Y'all been flicking that wrist. Y'all been killing that, flicking that, killing that, flicking that wrist. Y'all been killing that. Y'all been harder than pain, not a single assist. Y'all been flicking that wrist, flicking that, killing that, flicking that wrist.
Clockwise, counterclockwise, realest in the top 5. Other 4 ain't rapping. I'm just repping for the side. Yeah, that's coastlines, Panama for the boat rides. Worth billions, and we ain't even need showtime. Just money counters and kitchenware, condo with a in there. And we got rich in there. Been a trophy since Hawaiian Sophie. Curry over Kobe, we shooting. Splash Brothers with the add in soap. Good fellas to my Aurelio's. Shades of blue, I admit you. Let the sky fall, let it rain on you.
Y'all been killing it. Y'all been harder than pain, not a single assist. Y'all been flicking that wrist. Y'all been at it with this. Y'all been killing it. Y'all been harder than pain, not a single assist. Y'all been flicking that wrist. Y'all been at it with this. Y'all been killing that, killing that. Y'all been flicking that wrist. Y'all been killing that, flicking that, killing that, flicking that wrist. Y'all been killing that. Y'all been harder than pain, not a single assist. Y'all been flicking that wrist, flicking that, killing that, flicking that wrist.
The Dolphins are now on the clock.
It's in my soul. You're never gonna break me down. Oh no, I've got gold running through my veins.
The Colts are now on the clock.
To the heart, no, I won't drop. You're never gonna slow me down. I've got the energy of a tidal wave. You don't gotta believe in me. I know who I wanna be. You don't gotta believe in me.
The Seahawks are now on the clock. Seahawks pick is in. Adam, give us the latest information on this guy.
If you read Matt Miller's weekly draft stock report, you've seen this kid's name mentioned almost every week. He started the season relatively quiet, but each game he showed more and more of what scouts love to see. No doubt about it, this kid plays with heart and he plays tough. Watching him on the field, you can clearly see him go 100% and never waver. And on the sidelines, he looks like a natural leader, firing up his teammates or keeping them composed when necessary. I can see why scouts like Matt Miller have fallen in love with him. The coach and players have to be excited to have him on the team now.
The Steelers are now on the clock.
Oh, 25 more.
All right, team is now off the clock. Adam Schefter, can you tell us about their newest player?
A recent change to the Combine eligibility rules added an academic clause. Basically, it withheld invitations for the Combine from players who had a poor academic standing. I couldn't find out the specifics of his violation, but it was enough for him to lose eligibility for the Combine. Not only that, but some scouts pointed to the off-the-field concerns as a reason he slid down draft boards. At least there was enough tape of him playing for scouts to work with, and it was enough to impress at least one team, and we'll see how he does for them.
You never had your head this way. Are you still living in the place? They told me.
The Bengals are now on the clock.
Okay, in another world where you and me, we show our hearts yet entirely. Deliver me from reality and take me to my fantasy. Tell me we can make this real if we can.
Adam, what can you tell us about the Bengals' newest player?
Scouts never want to see a linebacker run a slow 40. After he chose not to run at the Combine, he turned in a disappointing 5-second 40 at his pro day. In his case, you could argue there are some great current and former linebackers who weren't the fastest athletes, but they were the exception to the rule. The jury's still out on this kid, but it's clear this team was willing to gamble on him with this pick.
The Jets are now on the clock.
Hey man, they have some of the baddest from my life. Oh, it's beautiful. Ah, bring it here. I'll bring it right back. Ah, bring it here. Ah, bring it. Pull up. I ain't doing it fast enough.
fight, so promise that you'll catch me.
I'm not doing it. But it's gonna be. Hello. Spit back. In and out. Bring it back. Spit. Ash spit. Hello. Ash me out. Catch me out.
The Ravens are now on the clock.
Cause I'm on a new level. I'm on a new level. Oh, wow, that red man's just cut.
The Packers are now on the clock. The Bears are now on the clock.
Used to draw, hard to admit that I used to draw. Portraiture in a human form, doodle of a two-headed unicorn, it was soothing. Moving his arm in a fusion of man-made tools and amused from beyond, even if it went beautifully wrong. It was tangible truth for a youth who refused to belong.
The Titans are now on the clock.
Who's in a brand new CUNY of
That's his birthday.
barely commune with the horde, got a whole grayscale undoing his world. Might zone out to the yap of the magpie, unseen hand dragging his graphite. Cross contour, a little bit of backlight, black ink after a Bristol to back ties. You can imagine a rush that ensue when you get 3 dimensions stuffed in a 2. Then it's off to a school where it's all you can do, being trained and observed by a capable few. Back in New York by peeps and a dog in a 2-bedroom doing menial jobs, plus rhyming and stealing and being a clod. Distractions, freedom, a rod. I left some years of giving a light. I left some will the spirit away. I let my fears materialize. I let my skills deteriorate. Haunted by the thought of what I should have been. Continuing a mission that was rooted in a 20-year affinity and rickety condition with an ID crisis. Snap on the front lawn, look up in the sky. It's shapes falling out of the fringe. All heart though we would have made cowardly kings. They will chop you down just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. And now we're colors pouring out.
Hey, if I had money like that, though, man, I would throw it. Man, you would have to do something. You know it, right? You would have to play a bad fucking party. I'd be irritated. You got this money, and I can't get a bad fucking party.
Used to paint.
What is this?
Hard to admit that I used to paint.
What is this?
Natural light on a human face. Stenciled fire in his roommate's face. It was blooming addiction. A miss and a push and a pigment. Book like a tattooed pigskin look. Pinhead kids in a minute. Drank Kool-Aid from a tube of acrylic. And I grew up in a linseed oil ever linen. Joy to the poison. Voice to the resin. Capture a map with a gesture. Back up, add a little accurate fat to the figure. Redo that, move that inward. Zinc white lightning shoots from his fingers. Studios drilled with illusion and tinctures. Stay tuned for the spooky adventures. You can imagine the stars that align when a forearm starts foreshort.
The Chiefs are now on the clock.
Spine in proportion reads as warm and alive. Routine day with a dirt cheap brush. Then a week goes by and it goes untouched. Then 2, then 3, then a month. And the rest of your life to beat yourself up. I left some seasons eager to fall. I left some work to bury alive. I let my means of being dissolve. I let my person curl up and die. Eating up his innards and unfeasible anxiety is brutally committed to relinquishing his privacy, aligning with the trials of the anti-Midas. Snap on the back lawn, look up in the sky. It's shapes falling out of the fringe. All heart though we would have made cowardly kings.
And my knees.
Chop you down just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. And now we're colors pouring out of the fringe. All heart though we would have made cowardly kings. They will chop
The Redskins are now on the clock.
your rings. Just to count your rings. Just to count your rings.
You better not be the one to doubt us.
The Vikings are now on the clock.
Cause we've been putting in the hours. We only taking what was ours. So you better not be the one to doubt us. Cause we your mind. We gon' blow your mind. We gon' blow your mind. Okay, whoa, whoa, whoa. We've been on the road from the go. Hit my blow. You know we've been down for too long to give up. Can't go. I need all pesos, want it all. Case closed like a balls to the wall. Can't hold to the ball game over. These boys can't hold me. You boys can't hold us. I told you, better not be the one to doubt us. 'Cause we've been putting in the hour. We only taking what was ours. So you better not be the one to doubt us. 'Cause we gon' blow your mind. We gon' blow your mind. We gon' blow your mind. When I was back home washing them dishes, I was just wishing I could just vision. I was gon' get it. I was on missions. I was just living. Walked in that building, we were just building, taking our time. We was just yielding. We were just chilling away from these haters. Know they be watching like a theater. Yeah. Plotting these niggas that we need later. They gon' degrade us. It won't delay us. This is what made us. We got Omega. Probably roll. Probably just.
The Panthers are now on the clock.
See you later. Hasta Luega. Cop a new crib. Got some new neighbors. You get this big, they gon' want favors. They gon' want flavors. Probably roll. Hope the Lord save us. Wait from these haters. Hope the Lord save us. Wait from these snakes. Wait from these fakes. Wait, I need breaks. Wait, I need cake. How long can we wait? Come on, better not be the one to doubt us. 'Cause we've been putting in the hour. We only taking what was ours. So you better not be the one to doubt us. Cause we gon' blow your mind. 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 We gon' blow your mind.
The Steelers are now on the clock.
You Snapchat everything. I'll be annoyed with you.
The Raiders are now on the clock. Bills are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The Colts are now on the clock. The Cowboys are now on the clock.
You better ask my nigga. Give a fuck about that bitch's vagina. You better ask him. Check it, please.
Packers made their selection. For more about him, let's go to Adam Schefter.
It's unfortunate to see a player recovering from an injury only to have it happen again, especially in an exhibition game. It was one of the rare times I've seen a brutal injury at the annual All-Star game between future NFL players. He took a hit that tore his ACL a second time in less than a year. That kind of injury history might scare away most teams, but it didn't scare away this team from drafting him. I've been told by his agent he's still recovering from the surgery, but he should be ready to play for training camp.
Let's go to Adam now, who's got more on the Chargers' last pick.
Successes and failures seem to go hand in hand during a very inconsistent season for him. Leading into his pro day, scouts expressed a great deal of concern over his inability to string together consistent positive performances. Those who attended came away extremely impressed with his raw physical abilities and footwork, feeling that with time and proper coaching, he could develop into a formidable NFL lineman. This pick may not pay immediate dividends, but it's a solid investment in the future of the offensive line.
I am from the clouds. I'm a human now, but I used to be your raindrop. Word up. I'm really good at putting words up. I make them levitate and circle with the birds. I don't need to force it. I let it occur. Whatever occurs. Thank you. Feel like I was touched by an angel. Once again, a whole nother angle. I got a lot of holes in my ankle. I got a lot of love and a whole lot of ignorance, and that's a good thing if you want to relate. I'm just trying 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 to relate. It's come out like a power within him. I get you down like gravity, rackety, rappers and raps rapidly follow the rapid into the rapids of being rapping and rattling, rattle riddles and rivets into the sky. I'm a rebel feeling vivid. right to the rhythm, but on the side eye. I am the killer in the grasses. I am the kid in the corner with the glasses. I am the specter, you should respect them. I don't expect the special, ain't special. I don't expect them.
Adam, what can you tell us about the Giants' newest player?
Been told by several scouts and GMs that he fell short of their expectations at the combine, and that's a review you never want to leave Indy with. Matt Miller told me he was surprised to see him struggle at the bench press, especially for a guy his size. On top of that, his footwork looks sluggish, and he dropped most of his passes in receiver drills. Right now, I can't say if he fits the mold of a blocker or a receiving tight end, but we'll see how they line him up during the preseason.
Bro, that's what Cecily said when she was having a second when she knew she smoked a blunt and everything before she went to the hospital and had the baby. You were saying how they were so used to baby shit, and it was she went got some to eat there before they went to the hospital.
The Steelers are now on the clock.
Baby up at that time.
It's just Lacey slept. Don't mean that. My love, oh no.
I have no. Now she woke up at like 3 and then like 7.
The Seahawks are now on the clock.
What? Open it up.
The Buccaneers are now on the clock.
Open the door!
The Buccaneers have made their selection. What can we tell you about him?
What
That's
is
why
it?
we have Adam Schefter.
He was the recipient of a
Girl,
Hail Mary
you
pass that
better
went
get
down as one of the
your
biggest
ass
moments in
ready.
college
You
football
getting
this
fired?
season. What Matt Miller told me was, it sounds like he should get all the credit for it. As he described it, he did exactly what a coach wants his receiver to do in that kind of situation. He kept his eye on the ball as he ran downfield,
Why would you just not go
boxed
see
out
that?
the defenders in his area, and finished with an athletic, leaping grab. We knew he was one of the better receivers in college, and that play basically showed us why. This team just added a potential offensive weapon to its arsenal, and I look forward to seeing what he can do on Sundays.
Oh, you already got tickets.
The Patriots are now on the clock.
That hoe nasty. That hoe freaky. Look at that right there. I ain't driving nothing. Shit. I ain't driving nothing. You already Uber this. Why should I drive? Look at that back seat roll. Like. Not even driving if you go to the casino. Like, we're gonna pay where I see for it. You gonna be trying to go to sleep and shit. Fuck with it.
The Jets are now on the clock.
Rolling right here, right now. Right here, right now. But I won't take that train. I won't catch that flight. If you're not on that plane, we ain't taking off tonight. All the money in the world, baby, don't mean a thing to me, 'cause you're all that I want. And even if we're broke, baby, don't mean a thing to me, 'cause you're all that I want. Right here, right now.
The Ravens are now on the clock. The Titans are now on the clock.
Oh, I wanna scream your name, wanna make you smile. Let's be runaways, leave it all behind. Will you take that train? Will you catch that flight? If you're on that plane, we'll be taking off tonight. All the money in the world, baby, don't mean a thing to me, 'cause you're all that I want. And even if we're broke,
City of Atlanta. Straight out of North Atlanta. Southside.
Yeah, I got some too. You want to say something blunt? I feel.
No, we was smoking that little bitty piece. That was the rest of
The
it.
Chiefs are now on the clock.
I stressed it. It was really a blunt. I had put it with some corn. The rest of it was shit. You wanna go get some more? No, I promise you, no, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No, I saved you. I fired it up. I was fired up when you came in the house.
And I also got in the shower.
I put it
And
out.
then it was a half a blunt. And you know, anyway.
So you irritated?
The Redskins are now on the clock.
Straight out, man. Straight out.
Come by, bring a rack. New grill and a bunch of snacks. And where we going, you don't need a map, you don't need a nap, you don't need jack. Except lots of people, some very loud speakers, cold drinks and good. Join me. One thing, good vibes only. I just tapped. I'ma fill my cup. Got fireworks. Let's blow some down. Tonight I'm going stupid. Doing things I've never done. We all got one thing in common. We just wanna have fun. Hey, what you wanna do? What you about to do? What you about to do? Do something crazy.
The Cardinals are now on the clock.
Oh,
The Panthers are now on the clock.
All up in my face, you're not from the clique. Give me space, we might ride. Most say that, baby, they don't.
How come nobody's at the podium? That's because both teams are right now working on a trade.
It's a mug. Friends and minutes don't mix, so I'm brotherless. Trying to get back close, hit them with the stiff.
The Steelers are now on the clock.
Just caught the bands all with the team. You should know, cause in every song I said it. Yeah, in every song I said it. I'm just proud of my accomplishments. I'm a 400, I don't care, though. Have a head on virgin. Talking about I'm real, I'm fraud. Your kids are grown, ain't straight, you shouldn't care at all.
Please tell me why you always hate me.
Why you what?
Please tell me why you always hate me. Please tell me why you always hate me.
Why you what?
Please tell me why you always hate me. Please tell me why you always hate me.
Why you what?
Please tell me why you always hate me. Please tell me why you always hate me.
Why you what?
Please tell me why you always hate me.
Yeah.
What happened?
104 times how it go down. Slaps on deck for the whole town. Old mama's been
The Raiders are now on the clock.
and I got my own city that I hold down.